Welcome to Movie Recaps Prince. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take good care. The Killer is the name of the movie. Save the girl is his mission. John is an expert killer who can kill anybody by way of taking money, and he's the most luxurious killer inside the International of Crime after earning a certain amount of money from his paintings. John has now taken retirement because he wants to stay a secure lifestyles along with his spouse's name is Natasha in the future. John's wife says that I'm going to hang around with one and every of my high-quality friend Nora for some days. It's why I need you to take care of her stepdaughter due to the fact that her father has long passed, far from her all the time after divorce. That girl's name is Sun Young, and she is 17 years old. Listening to this, John says that the woman is 17 years old, and she can contend with herself, but on Natasha's repeated force John agrees to do babysitting of that female. However, inside he did not want to do this because he did not want to maintain an unknown woman in his house day after today. John drops his wife Natasha and Nora at the airport, and in the nighttime, he picks up Sun Yoon at a coffee. Keep on the manner. Sung Yin tells John that she desires to stay at her friend's residence this night. Hearing this, John additionally is of the same opinion to this. However, before leaving, John gives a few dollars to Sun Yoon, and at the side of the cash, he additionally places a tracking device in his pockets in order that he can recognize the region of Sun Yoon. John drops Sun Yoon and her buddy are off on the mall and goes domestic. However, inside the middle of the nighttime, Sun Younger calls John and says that she has excessive stomach pain, so John Fast is going there to help her while John comes here after losing his sleep. Then he sees that Sun Yuan is enjoying her boyfriend. Seeing this, is livid inside and realizes that Sun Younger has fooled him in order that he could cross home again. Together with her, John asks her which you were, approximately to go to your best friend's house. However, Sun Yoon would not respond to his words due to the fact that she is chatting with a person at the cell phone. Is now seeing all this stuff, John gets very irritated with himself. However, he controls his anger. Sun Yin asks him to go away due to the fact that her other buddy become inviting him to her house. Now John starts to leave. However, he sees Music Younger going somewhere along with her boyfriend. John is familiar with the fact that Sun Younger has fooled him again. John sees some girls right here who are inebriated. Seeing all this makes him realize his responsibility, so he goes after Sun Yoon. John soon learns Sun Yoon's region due to the fact she had a tracking tool in her wallet. John comes here in an abandoned region. We see a girl named Donna who tells Sun Yoon that if you make my client happy, then I can come up with $200 right here. Learn that Sun Yoon's boyfriend has purposely brought her here. Donna threatens Sun Yoon, if you don't obey me, I cannot permit you to pass from here. Listening to this song, Yin abuses Donna, changed into approximately slapping her, but then John comes right here. John tells them that if they sing "If Yun receives even a scratch, I can no longer leave." You all involve Sun Yun's boyfriend, fight John, mistaking him for an easy man. But John, who's an expert fighter without problems, takes his knife. Now all the boys gift right here start combating with John, and John easily defeats anyone. John tells anyone to leave from right here, but all of a sudden Donna assaults him with a knife. However, nothing happens to John. John punches Donna, and she or he falls down unconscious. Now, John leaves right here with Sun Young. Due to that act of John singing, Yun now begins thinking about him as a very good man or woman, because of which there may be a superb friendship between the two. At night, each of them moves out for dinner. While returning home, see police checking the manor right here. Officer Lee stops John's car and interrogates him. Officer Lee tells John that a few college students have been murdered here, so checking goes on. Right here, after some questions and solutions, Lee, we could cross when John comes domestic. Then he extracts records about that incident from the internet, from which he learns that they were identical boys beat up last night. After analyzing this information, John feels a touch awful for those boys. The next morning, Officer Lee comes to John's residence to question him due to the fact he is suspicious of John Lee. A CCTV picture in which his automobile goes. Lee says, "What was your vehicle doing?" Nighttime on the road close to the crime scene. Seeing this, John cleverly replies that it isn't my simplest automobile that has long gone, that as a substitute, there had been other automobiles which have gone from there. Lee indicates him every other photo in which Sun Younger was with the identical boys who were murdered. Closing nighttime, however, John avoids it because the photographs are not clean. Lee's accurate investigation makes John suspicious of him after Lee leaves. Sung Yun says sorry to John because she could be very scared. Seeing Sung Yun's scared face, John recollects a girl he met in the past. Female had given up all hope of living and become approximately ready to commit suicide. However, John forbids her to do so and asks her to forget about everything and circulate on in life. Then here Donna calls Sung younger, talks to John and says that all those boys are useless, and I've got the knife that you snatched from the boys and your fingerprints are on it. I suggest if I deliver that knife to the police you can be in hassle. Donna says that in case you don't come to my area within an hour, then I will supply all the proof to the police. Listening to this, John agrees to satisfy Donna, and before leaving, he gives her a bracelet to Sung younger, which has a monitoring device inside. John leaves to satisfy Donna, leaving Sung younger on my own. John comes near a building wherein he meets a person named Jang, who's Donna's cousin, and his activity is to kidnap underage women and promote them. Jang asks one of his men to kill John, but John effortlessly defeats her guy. John asks Donna for the knife that had his fingerprints on it, but Donna refuses to provide it to him. Seeing this, John starts to evolve, torturing Jang's man, seeing which Jang gets scared and throws the knife closer to John. While John bends right down to take the knife, Jang shoots at him and starts running away, taking the knife. John quickly is going after Jang in a room here. John meets a fighter who offers him an identical combat, but John leaves after badly injuring him. After the combat, John goes immediately to his residence. When he comes domestic, he learns that many human beings have come here who have abducted Sung younger and taken her far from right here. John speedy lines her location and the usage of Sung Young's monitoring bracelet, after which he takes his guns and units out to go there. John comes to a deserted road, wherein John attacks directly, seeing which Donna begins going for walks from here, but John catches her. John asks her wherein is the younger. Donna says that in case you kill me, my pals will kill Sung Yun, after which you'll no longer even discover her useless frame. Hearing this, John does not kill her, as a substitute starts off evolved torturing her, and then Donna starts off evolving, telling the whole reality to John. She says that our process is to kidnap underage girls and sell them. Sung Yun is an attractive and a virgin female who changed into appreciated with the aid of someone, and that client has given us a number of cash in order that we are able to kidnap Sung Yun and take her to him. And according to the demand of the customer, we supply ladies to John. Asks him in which Sung Yin is. Then Donna tells him the deal with a hotel, wherein Sung Yin changed into store. John asks her the name of the customer who demanded Sung Yun. Then Donna says that I do not recognize that, but my boss is aware of him now. John starts walking towards the inn, wherein Sung Yin was stored. After leaving John, the police come here. One Officer Lee, he searches right here and sees Donna in a room, who became lifeless. However, John reaches that motel, and as quickly as he goes inside, the people present right here attack him. John is an expert fighter and killer who is without problems, unmarried, handedly kills them all, but Sung Yun isn't even in this inn. Here is a man is available in front of John, whose call is Yuri, and he is also a pro fighter. Yuri works for the Russian mafia, and he tells John said that the next day at 8 a.m., he Sung younger might be dispatched to Russia via a ship, but you may no longer be able to shop for her due to the fact that I'm able to kill you right here. John desired to shop Sung Yun, so he would not fight with Yuri, and begins to go away, but Yuri follows him. Inside, there is a protracted fight among the two now, considering both of them have been expert combatants, each of whom delivers same opposition to every different. Taking the opportunity, John jumps down from the window by tying Yuri with a rope, falls on the pinnacle of an automobile that belonged to Officer Lee. Officer Lee points the gun at John and asks him to accompany him to the police station. However, John Clever truly takes his gun from him and takes him prisoner. He leaves in her car to save Sung Young. After a while, John arrives at the cargo port, from which Sung Yun is being sent to Russia right here. John sees Sung younger inside a car. John fast assaults all of the gangsters who kidnap Sung Yun. After killing them, John saves Sung Yun, but Jang attacks them. However, John badly beats him and asks him who turned into the one who demanded Sung younger, but Jang would not inform him of anything, after which John shoots him. Leah scared seeing all this. When John searches Jang, he unearths a mobile, and Jang makes the closing call. The Officer Lee John is familiar with here. Officer Lee is likewise mixed with the same those who cite visitors. Girls, John tells Lee that you tell me approximately the person who is the pinnacle of all this. Otherwise, I will supply this mobile to the media, after which all of your truth will be available front of the people to whom you are corrupt officer who helps a gang with trafficking of women, now a police group turned into coming to this region. So Lee consents to it. Lee tells the officials that the whole lot that what happened here was a police operation, and he sends John, along with Sung Yun, to the clinic on the sanatorium. While Sun Yun regime attention, she apologizes to John, says that every one of these is occurring because of me, but John calms her down and says that it isn't always your fault in the medical institution. Lee tells John that you committed more than one murder to shop Sun Young, but I've suppressed all those instances. John says I came to realize the equal day that you painted for Jag's boss because I noticed Donna's dead frame for your car trunk. You knew that if the police discovered Donna's body, they may check out and trap her boss so that you get rid of Donna's frame from there. Lee is very surprised to understand all this. John says that you carry me approximately the Russian mafia who traffics women. At first Lee refuses to accomplish that due to the fact it's miles away. Very volatile job. However, Lee has the same opinion with him due to the fact that John has proof against him that could quit his complete career the subsequent day. Lee calls John and gives him the deal with a lodge in which a man named Park is staying. Park is a member of the identical gang that kidnaps underage ladies and sends them to Russia. On the other hand, Park additionally involves knowing that the Interpol officer has come to understand about its whereabouts, so he quickly begins leaving this lodge. However, just then John comes right here. John kills all his guys one by one, and he beats Park badly and asks him about the person who demanded Sun Yun. Park calls a woman here who's involved in their business, and those humans know her through the name of the Pig Mama. John is aware of Pig Mama's call that the man was traumatic. Sun Yun is a judge whose name is Kim. Park right here tells John that we kidnap underage girls, and then they're sent to the choose judge enjoys with one among women, and then the rest of the women are bought in Russia and Asia for very excessive money. After taking all of the statistics from Park, John kills him too. John calls someone right here, and he right now asks them to come right here within no time. A crew arrives right here, and that they quickly clean the area of the crime scene and put off all the useless gift our bodies give right here in order that there's no evidence left right here. The paintings of the group that got here right here just now could be too easy for the crime scene, so that no evidence is left right here. Certainly the paintings of the group that got here right here simply nows to easy clean the crime scene nicely, so that no proof is left here. Team Best works for gangsters and mafia. After this, John comes to meet one of his associate who is hands-on. John takes a large sniper from him, and now John has turned into all set. Then Lee calls John and tells him that the judge who's mastermind of all this, he's the president of the primary district low, and his identification is with big politicians, so I cannot mess with him. But John takes his cope with because he is an expert killer who isn't always scared of any. A politician or officer named Lee also exhibits that Sung Yun's father was killed in an automobile accident, and then Sung Yun now lives with her stepmother. After taking all the information from Lee, John reaches the resort wherein Kim became romancing with the new women. John kills all the judges one by one with a sniper. Pig Mama has sent a new girl over here to delight the decide. John changed into coming in and killing absolutely everyone nonstop. Yuri is likewise a gift here who starts off evolved firing at John. Firing starts here between there may also be an officer named Lee who was with John, but as quickly as he gets a risk he takes John at gunpoint. Yuri captures John and brings him before the judge. John asks you to decide if you are the same guy who demanded Sun Yun. Hear this, he just smiles at and asks Lee to kill John. Lee comes out with John, however, John attacks him. Others also come here to kill John, but John fights all of them and kills all of them right away. He tells Lee, that is rendered most effective so that I can meet to choose. John kills Lee here. Then Yuri comes here and begins firing at him. A long fight ensues between the two and John overpowers Yuri. He badly injures Yuri and eventually kills him too. Now, John comes to Decide's room, is familiar with the fact that John will kill him, so he lures John with cash and offers him to work with him. John asks a judge about the Pig Mama, then decides to tell him that Pig Mama works with me on this commercial enterprise. After taking all the information approximately Pig Mama, John additionally kills judges. On the other hand, in hand, we see Natasha with her nice friend Nora. Both of them were sitting and speak while someone calls. Nora comes in her car and takes the call. Due to the fact that the call came from Desi's phone definitely used to do all the paintings of trafficking of girls in association with Nora's daughter is not Sung Yun, because it changed into her stepmother, so she became promoting her adopted daughter for excessive money. Choice had instructed all these matters to John. John kills the judge and calls Nora from her cell phone, and while Nora alternatives up the call in the car, then right here, we see John, who was sitting at the back of Nora, may be very amazed to see John, simply did not realize that John is an expert killer. Alternatively, she was thinking about him as an everyday man or woman. John takes Nora away from the town and tells her that he will contend with the younger. Saying this, he kills him. John calls the identical crew here, who used to clean the crime scene. They erase all of the proof. From right here after this, John meets his wife and hugs her. Here we come to realize that the female whom John had stored from suicide inside the Beyond, that female was none aside from Natasha. Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Leave a comment about your favorite movie and we will make it next. Thanks for watching.